Hi, this is Ariane from La Fille de la Mer, handmade soap shop in the Magdalen Islands, Quebec, Canada. Today I am going to make some soap that will be later be used to felt my soaps, and so I decided I would show you how I go through the whole process from making the cold process soap to shredding it to forming the balls to wrapping it into wool and then getting the final product. Let me go get one for you. So here are some examples of felted soaps that I do here in my soap shop, and I've had many requests to show how this is done, so let's take a look at my my base ingredient and the material I will be using. Okay. So here I have a base recipe of coconut, palm, lots of olive oil, more than like, I think a third of my recipe is olive oil. I think it's like 45%. And then I have a little shea butter, and then I will later add some honey. This is some honey that has been diluted into some water. It's local honey from it's raw honey from the bees that we have around here. And then here I got my essential oils. This is a mix of lemon fivefold and eucalyptus globulus. So that will later go in. So half of my batch will be scented with that, and the other half will be scented with lavender. So, okay, here I have my molds. These soaps are not going to have any design in it because they're going to be shredded and then felted, but I will add a little bit of mica to the lavender batch just because it's easier to tell them apart when they're all shredded and turned into balls when they have different colors. So let's get going. Okay, now I'm going to split this batch in half because half of my batch is lavender and the other half is lemon and eucalyptus. And I will put half of my honey, okay, in here. Now usually honey will speed up trace, that's why I'm not adding it to the whole mix. And I will start with the eucalyptus lemon. So that's it, plain and simple, just 4 loaves of soap, 5 pounds each, and it's 11 p.m. here right now, so these will rest overnight, and in the morning, as soon as we get in the shop tomorrow morning, we will cut these up and shred them up, and I'm tired, so good night, we'll be back in a few. After just a couple hours of sleep, I am back in the soap shop, and this is the lavender soap that will be later felted. I have a brick here that I have already cut, so I'm just going to unmold this one. It's pretty easy to unmold, and this has been made just about 11 hours ago, so it's still really soft. And that's what you want when you make soap in the shape of a ball Or I like to say that I make these in the shape of fish cakes, because we have fish cakes down here and they're not really round. They're more like flat, like a I don't know, like a flat rock. So you want your soap to still be soft. So usually you will soap at full water to get a soap that won't be too hard up on molding. Just gonna cut it. Now, if you want to shred soap, there's two ways you can do it. You can use an old grater like this and by hand, but with the amount of soap that I'm shredding, that's kind of long. I bought this on Amazon for around 30 bucks, and it's like a shredder that attaches to a KitchenAid, because I've been drooling over a KitchenAid for years now, and I finally decided to buy myself one. So here's my KitchenAid. I love it. And so you just place the tool in there, secure it, and then I just put a little bit of olive oil in my jar, and I just kind of took a little cloth like this and just oiled my bowl. This will keep the soap from sticking to the bowl. And also, I usually oil my hands when I do this too. So, oiling the gloves, and then start the machine. So I usually cut this in half. Fits better in the grater. Okay, so all the soap have been shaped. Oh, sorry, that's the microwave. And I'm just gonna add this little piece of paper. It's telling the date which these soaps have been made. So these will dry for 2 weeks. And then once they are dried for 2 weeks, we will put the wool around them and felt them, and then let them dry another 2 weeks. Here is some of the carded wool that I buy. It comes from Knit Picks, and I think it's wool from the Andes. Anyways, we have also other kinds of wool, but let's just show you how to do the base coat on the soap balls. So you just spread out your base layer, and then you just roll the soap around in it. And then we do a whole bunch of those. We set them aside. And then when they're all wrapped in the white wool, then that's when we add the color. Here's what we do. So we put a layer of color, and then we have little wool pieces that have colors that pop out more, and then we'll just add them on top of the second layer to just kind of draw lines on the soap. And we just put the colors as we feel we want to put them. It's like not planned or anything. Ta-da! Stocking. And the hands you're seeing are not mine. Actually, I have an employee today in the workshop, and she's pretty much the one who prepares the wool for my soaps, because I don't have time to do that. I have much more things to do, so that's what we do. And now this is the final process. Once all the soaps are ready and are wrapped in wool and then placed into a stocking, we dip them in hot water and we rub them and make the soap foam on the soap. And we do that for from 5 to 10 minutes each soap. So I will speed up the process so you don't have to watch for the whole 10 minutes. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.